Okay guys, this is LL and today we're going to be talking about how to be eligible for the Manta Network airdrop, which is going to be commencing Q1 next year, and this is likely going to be one of the more larger AVM based airdrops due to the fact that they raised considerable amount of money from the VCs and also have gained considerable amount of money also throughout their current undergoing campaign. So basically a couple of days ago, Manta Network announced the new paradigm project, which basically allows people to bridge Ethereum and USDC, and for doing so they will be earning a penta yield in terms of the Manta tokens. They're going to be giving out 50 million penta tokens throughout this project. Now this is the one that they have announced, but that doesn't mean that that is going to be the only criteria which is going to be for getting the Manta Network airdrop. They might be doing something alongside with that for people who have been very active under their chain. And this model is very similar to what Blast is doing, but fundamentally is a bit different and actually has a lot more incentives in place why you should do this, which I will explain in a second. So in terms of doing things top of the new paradigm, you should probably bridge money into the Manta Pacific. So that's one of the first things I would probably do in case you want to play around on a lot of the dapps. As always, there's going to be dapps which don't have tokens and they are going to be probably airdropping as well, and we're going to be covering those dapps in this video. But let's start with the new paradigm. So basically this is real layer 2 that basically gives you a yield than compared to any other layer 2, which doesn't really actually distribute any of the rewards to the people of the ecosystem. And throughout this system, you're going to be, here's a comparison between the Blast and new paradigm. So I've already put a bit of money in Blast, but I'm not going to be putting any much more because I already have my blur staked out. So I'm going to be kind of getting the double of that. And there's going to be a double yield here in terms of 3% in Manta's supply base will be distributed through this, 2% in special rewards, and then triple yield in Stone ETH. And you're going to be getting the Stone token, which is basically, restaking protocol of sorts. And then if you're going to be depositing more than 0.25 Ethereum, you're also going to be getting these Manta NFTs, which might be very, very powerful. Plus, something that we also discussed on yesterday's video, there's also an eigenlayer element here. So basically 3 different drops plus the NFTs by participating on the new paradigm. And there's a bit of like an explanation of everything here, like how does everything work. And the new paradigm actually is invite only. And what I mean by this is that I do have invite keys, but what happened with Blast is that a bunch of people signed under me and none of them deposited. So if you're interested, you're a real investor, you want to put out money here, then contact me on Telegram or Discord. And I will give you the key if you're willing to deposit. We're actually going to be, to show you a bit about the new paradigm, I'm going to be showing you. So there's a contribution system and you get more invites as more people come in. And you're going to be getting more of these boxes, and these boxes will give you NFTs. So there's a lot of like these multi-layer bonuses that come along with it. That's why I'm really serious about creating a very, very strong team. I only have a couple of invites left, so better contact me before it's too late. And then we have Aperture Finance. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that. And they basically give you extra Manta rewards by providing TIA in the liquidity. And by doing this, you are also going to be getting the APTR, which is their own token when you're going to be providing these liquidity mining opportunities throughout their platform. So this is another way to basically participate and get these Manta tokens. And the other one that also has these Manta token rewards is Layerbank. Layerbank exists on multiple chains, on Scroll and Linea. We have talked about this platform in the past. And right now they do have this supplying and borrowing campaign going on. So you're going to be getting Manta by providing any of these set tokens here. So we have this USDM, Stone, Ethereum, USDC, Celestia, and wrapped staked Ethereum. And I'm currently giving out some rewards here, and these were going to be paid in both Manta and also in on their own layer bank token on their platform. So you're going to be getting 2 tokens. So those are basically the official partners right now in this campaign. I'm sure once the token launches, they might be allocating more rewards to other DeFi protocols. And then obviously there might be additional airdrop for the active users, people who have done multiple transactions and been active on the chain. A couple of other things you can do to be eligible for that alleged airdrop is to basically interact with Dapgate. This allows you to bridge different types of NFTs and do like OT/OFT bridges. This is a very useful tool, and this is actually part of layer 0, so you might be eligible for layer 0 airdrop by interacting with this one. So I really recommend actually interacting with the Dapgate. It seems a pretty interesting project. There are multiple different chains available here, including the Manta Pacific. So this hybrid bridge is something you definitely want to try at least. Then we have a native perpetuals trading platform called KiloX. This is on Manta and it's also on BNB chain and OPBNB. There are a couple of different ways to earn. You can deposit USDT and obviously you can do longing and shorting on different trades here on their platform. There's also a referral program here which is going to be getting you rebates, and this is going to be accruing you a fair amount of transactions obviously on the chain, and also giving you that option to farm out their own token, which is going to be launching in the future. So another one that you can do to gain that activity on chain. Then there is native AMM. Obviously there are things like Dodo Swap that you can use, or is it Dodo X? Pacific Swap is totally native to Manta, so you can provide liquidity here and do trades. That's probably going to be getting you eligible for their own airdrop. That's another one you want to think about. Then there is this As Much, which is basically some type of a dating service thing with Web3. It's kind of interesting. And they already did a one airdrop. They currently have a lot of earning methods in their app, which I did try. I kind of run into some problems with it. And they give you this sort of a ZK KYC thing, which is not a real KYC. It's more like this sort of a weird verification thing. And this might be a criteria to have this verification for many future airdrops. It might be used by ZK Sync and other things. So this ZK portrait, it might be something you want to be creating. So you can create a Pacific and can we just add a random number here in query? Okay. So there's a discount even available, but this is something you may want to try out. Then we have another perpetual trading platform called RealPerp. They also have a token coming in. I might be being under distribution right now. Apparently, there's a lot of information here which is not totally detailed, and as you can see, there's been a bit of an increase in the last couple of days ever since that there was the announcement of the new paradigm campaign. This is another platform which obviously gets you a token and probably gets you some transactions on chain. Then we have a gaming platform called Cypher Games. They also have an airdrop going on. You can mint this Manta Z-Box thing by doing a couple of tasks on the platform. This probably is going to be playing into their own airdrop, so something you might want to look into. But I'm not expecting too much of it. This is actually on multiple different chains as well, so who knows how this will turn out. But let's move on. Then we have Zendex. This is another AMM, swapping website. So in case you're looking for liquidity and you want to support the native dapps on Manta, this might be something you want to look into. They don't also have a token yet, so that might be another thing. Then moving on, our last ones on the batch, we have once again Alien Swap. Alien Swap is also available on Manta. There's a couple of different collections in here which might be worth buying. So there with the As Match portrait that I talked about, and there's some couple of other things which could be playing into a potential airdrops. We have Omnisea here. These could be, who knows? You never really know with the NFTs and things like that. And then there's this Nabox thing. Not really. Don't read too much into these calls, but Alien Swap is having their own airdrop by doing trades and things like that on their platform. Will make you eligible, and that's probably going to be one of the more larger NFT drops happening the next year. And then we have ZK Hold'em, which is basically a Texas Hold'em on Manta. They have a point system and they are going to be doing an airdrop. based on that later. So you want to look into something like that. That also is an option. I haven't tried it myself. I'm actually like very much Texas Hold'em. And then going into our very one last on the list, we have Pump Money. This is basically just for like issuing these ZK SBTs, which are like private NFTs of sorts. I have minted out a couple of these, and they might be playing into the eligibility of the Manta airdrop. And then there's the ZK Portrait, which I also talked about. There's a couple of other things you can mint here as well. But that's basically my rundown of the Manta Pacific airdrop thing. And most of the money is probably going to be made through the new paradigm. That's kind of like the game to play here. And you can find invites from Twitter or something. But in case you're going to be investing a lot, you definitely want to join my crew, because we're going to be getting so much more benefits. But once again, if you want to be part of that, make sure to join my Telegram and Discord to discuss it with me. And just to be clear, we don't know if they're going to be doing additional airdrops, so they might distribute this one first, which is pending to happen on March, and then later on they might be distributing more as more dapps have become into the ecosystem, because the ecosystem is not super large right now, but there are dapps inside Manta that are, proprietary to them. But we will be, seeing how things go, and you don't really want to miss out on this. This is 100% guaranteed airdrop, guys. And there's not really that many good yield farming opportunities outside from Blast and EtherFi, which we talked about yesterday. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video when that will be dropping out.